Hello friend, welcome to the quick and effective mini band workout. Grab your mini band and a mat. Let's begin with a mini band lateral shuffle. Should I say mini band a few more times? All right, so we're gonna take the mini band and bring it up so it's around our thighs. If that doesn't work for you, around your calves is just fine too. And then we're gonna keep our feet parallel and take steps to the right and then walk back to the left. If you don't have a lot of room, you could also just go back and forth, one step to the right, one step to the left. What you want to do to keep this intense is to keep some space between your feet so that there's constant tension on the mini band. This is a great exercise for your hips and glutes. Notice I'm keeping a soft bend in my knees and my hips back behind my knees. Keep your chest lifted, posture tall. Awesome, let's move the mini band to our forearms for a mini band pull down. Feet hip distance, athletic stance, squeeze your core muscles. Then keep your forearms apart and parallel. Reach the arms overhead and then pull your elbows down towards the ground. Imagine you're pulling something super heavy from the ceiling. As your arms rise up, try not to let the shoulders shrug up around your ears. Keep that space between your elbows and between your hands. We're trying to keep that part of our arms, our forearms, running parallel. Excellent, we did it. We worked those back muscles and shoulders. Let's come down to the floor. Put the mini band back around your forearms. We're gonna do plank taps. So let's set ourselves up in a high plank. Arms are straight, wrists are underneath your shoulders. Keep your hips still as possible. And then what you're gonna do is tap your hand, right hand out to the right, left to the left, and then right hand overhead and left hand overhead. If you need to, you could switch to being on your knees. Same action. The hands keep coming back to be right underneath the shoulders. As you can see here, my hands are creeping a little bit closer together. So I really want to work to keep that same distance between my hands. Here's one other option. I transition to being on all fours. Either, whichever one you do, they're all difficult, but nothing you can't handle. All right, our time is up. So we are gonna move on to our mini band half kneeling single arm row. So many words. Okay, so come into a half kneeling position. I've got my left leg forward, right leg back, and the band is hooked under my left foot. Then I'm gonna lean forward slightly and reach across with my right arm and pull that band away from my foot. Stay strong through your core and focus on sliding your right shoulder blade in towards your spine. That's where the muscles are that we're really trying to get at. Try to start this exercise in your back every time. Pull with your back. Yes, your biceps are working. Yes, your forearms are working, but we want to make the most and get the most out of our back. All right, let's switch sides. So right foot forward. We're gonna be rowing with the left arm. Hinge yourself forward. Good. So keep your elbow close to your body. Notice how close my arm is to my side. I can actually feel the inside of the top half of my arm kind of sliding next to my rib cage. Draw that elbow back, using the strength and power in your back muscles. This is a great exercise for your posture. Plus, on this half kneeling position, you get a little stretch in your quads and your hip flexors. All right, next move, mini band, bridge pulse. Wrap that mini band around your legs. Bring it up so it's higher than your knees, if possible. All right, then what we're gonna do is set up our bridge position, feet flat, legs bent. Roll your hips up off the ground. Start by, it's almost like you're squashing a bug beneath the lower part of your back. Then squeeze your butt, squeeze your hamstrings, and then separate the knees, kind of rolling onto the sides of your feet. So it's lift, separate the knees, roll back down. The hip bridge is a phenomenal exercise for your glutes, your abs, your low back muscles, and your hamstrings. Plus, with this little knee separation thing we've got going on with that extra resistance from the band, we're really digging into the glute medius. It's kind of hard to get at. Okay, last tip on this exercise. Make sure that you keep your ribs pulled down and drawn in so the ribs don't splay open as your hips lift. And when you rise up, just let the weight shift into your shoulders. It does not have to come all the way up to your neck. It's probably not going to feel too good. And if you want a little extra bonus here, like I'm keeping my hips lifted and doing a little pulse out to the sides to finish. All right, keep the band right where it's at. We've got clamshells. Flip onto your side and stack your hips. You could have your head propped on your hand or rested on your arm with the arm outstretched like I have. Okay, super important to keep your belly button drawn in. That's why sometimes I keep my hand right on my abs like I'm doing here. And this exercise is easy to cheat. So think about starting this with your glute medius, or if you were to rest your hand on the side of your butt, which you could do on this one too. Imagine like straight down in there. That's the muscle that you're trying to lead this with. All right, we did our reps on that side. Let's transition to the other side. Set up again. Legs are bent, feet stay together, and the knees separate. So on this side, I'm keeping my hand right back on my booty because that's reminding me to use those muscles to separate the knees. You can smile while doing these. Keep a little space between your knees so there's never a point of rest. And our time's up. Next up, we're going to hit the biceps with a mini band butterfly bicep curl. Sit up tall. Sit in a butterfly position so your knees are out to the side, feet are together. Palms are flipped up to grip the band. Keep your elbows close to your side and curl that band. Now, your feet might have to be a little bit further away from your body than mine. That's okay. Just try to hinge forward with a flat back so that you can keep your elbows pinned to your sides and your posture tall so your back lengthened. All right, how we doing? Keep that tension on the band. Try not to lower your hands down so far that the tension comes off. All right, we're gonna come up to our feet. Final two exercises, mini band, tricep push down. So with your right hand, take an end of the band and press it against your chest. Then with your opposite hand, extend the fingers and press into the band. Keep your elbow close to your side, posture tall. Chin tucked in so your ears are over your shoulders, core braced, athletic stance. Press that band down as far as you can. Stay in control of the band as your hand rises back up. Switch sides. So we're really working the back side of the upper half of your arms on this one. This is a good one. Such a simple thing with a simple tool. It really gets in to the triceps. Again, elbows pinned to your side. Make sure it stays there. That's how we get into the triceps. Press that band down as far as you can. All right, time's up. Whoa, do you love it? Okay, one more exercise. Mini band scapular fly. Place that mini band around your forearms. Extend your arms in front of you. Wrists are shoulder height. Athletic stance. Core's turned on. Knees are soft. Feet are hip distance. This is a tiny movement. Palms are facing each other. You're just moving your hands out an inch, in an inch, out an inch, in an inch. Ooh, that's like a bar class cue. Okay, super key on this one. Don't let the tops of your shoulders creep up towards your ears. Fantastic, you did it. Who wants a bonus exercise? Let's do a mini band bow and arrow. Come on with me. We'll round it out to 10 exercises. Take the band, thumb hook through, straighten your left arm, then grip the opposite end of the band with your right arm. Stagger your stance, then row that right arm. So keep sliding your right shoulder blade back and behind you in towards your spine. Keep the left shoulder plugged in with that arm extended so that arm is strong. It's working too, just holding that band while you use your powerful rowing muscles in your back. All right, let's switch sides. Love this one. That's why it's your bonus. It's like extra credit. Okay, right arm is extended. Right shoulder's plugged in. Then your left arm is rowing. Again, the inside of my arm is just sliding right next to my body. And I'm really trying to emphasize pulling my shoulder blade in towards my spine and flexing my back muscles. Woohoo! I love it. All right, your bonus is done. Fantastic work. Thank you, as always, for working out with me. You did a great job. Let me know in a comment what you thought, what you want to see next. And I can't wait to work out with you again. Get on my email list for exclusive videos and other free goodies.